Can you guess how he could have gotten this wrong in Iran and targeted a children's school?
Ma'am, I would hesitate to speculate with any incident like this. There's, I would just say there's usually a chain of errors and mistakes that happen, similar to an aviation accident or some other transportation accident.
The data that was looked at was a decade old. Any person who can get satellite access to Google Maps today can see that this was a school. New York Times had no problem getting that data and information for a report today.
We see
Secretary Hegseth has also cut the Civilian Protection Center of Excellence by about 90%. Their mission was to help you and to help protect against civilian casualties. So how do these changes by Secretary Hegseth affect your mission, your judgment, and the responsibility that you take so seriously? We have seen horrific reports of a U.S. missile hitting a girls' school in Iran. I recognize you are at CENTCOM, and this is not your AOR, but can you speak to the process that you at least have at EUCOM for developing targets, what type of protections you have? Based on what I've heard from reporting, the data that was looked at was a decade old. That any person who can get satellite access to Google Maps today can see that this was a school. New York Times had no problem getting that data and information for a report today. What do you intend to do at EUCOM to make sure your targeting is consistent with American values?
Yeah, Senator, thanks. Over the course of my career, I've as a fighter pilot, I've always done everything I can to avoid civilian harm and civilian casualties. And I would tell you, I'm absolutely committed to that. I know the department is committed to that. And that when tragedies like this happen, it causes us all to reflect and try to improve our processes. I've been involved in the targeting process, both at the tactical and the operational levels throughout my career. And I would tell you, we do have a number of safeguards in the system. Every single time that at the tactical level I was going to release a weapon on a target, I was personally making an assessment as to whether there was any chance of civilian harm. And if there was that proportional to the military necessity of striking the target? At the operational level, both from my time in U.S. Central Command previously and then now at